His time in the house was dramatically cut short, but he's with us tonight on Bot. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Aaron.
You right? Yeah, you?
You well?
Yeah, I'm good.
Aaron, thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
It's all right. It's a pleasure to have you. Obviously, we thought that you deserved to have your interview because obviously you was ejected from the house.
Yeah.
Let's start with the circumstances that surrounded your exit. You've been out for 6 days now.
Yeah.
You've had a chance to watch the show back. You've had a chance to think about what happened in there. What is it you want to sort of get off your chest and say to the viewers?
Yeah, like in the whole process of like that night and everything and looking back, I've actually watched it like 10 times over. All I can say is a lot of people got offended by it, especially Joel, and that wasn't my intentions at all. I've said sorry to him as well, and I would like to do a further apology to him and his family, but it was pure banter, and obviously you've got people can take it, they found it funny or they're not, and literally I've seen it as a funny thing, but it just goes to show that my funniness can get portrayed as being horrible or like over the line, and I generally am so sorry about it. I am not a bad person, so oh God, yeah.
Don't get upset. Don't get upset.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm so sorry. And I didn't mean to offend anyone. And like being labelled all these things, that's not in my nature. And I was just having fun. But like I say, I'm so sorry, everyone.
No, it's all right. And I think we appreciate the fact that you've come on here tonight and been able to say that. You've been out for 6 days now. I mean, what's it been like being out of the house? I mean, it's not the best way to leave the house, being ejected, let's be fair. It's probably the worst. But, I mean, how are you dealing with getting back to sort of civilisation?
Like when I got removed from the house, I went straight to see my mum. I went in the house to show my mum me, and obviously I was really worried about that. But she really accepted everything, and she was like, "No matter what, you'll always be my winner." So that was amazing for me. But overall, like outside the house, obviously from like Twitter and stuff like that, loads of people have been really nice. But there's obviously going to be negatives and positives. But even when I was walking down in London yesterday, so many people like noticing me and saying, "Oh, you're amazing. I'm so sorry you had to leave the show," and stuff like that. So it's been quite an amazing experience, no matter what. But yeah, I'm taking every day as it comes, and hopefully whatever happens, happens.
Well, exactly. I want to ask you, obviously, what's going to happen next, but I want to talk about what's going on in the house now, because obviously, since you left on Thursday, 4 out, 4 in has come in.
Oh, God.
What are you making of the newbies?
Oh, well, the newbies, like I say, they've definitely stirred up the house. Like I said, I don't know what I'd do if I was in that house right now, because some of my mates just left, so I'd have been a bit shocked. But, like, they definitely brought some pizzazz to the show, like showbiz and all that malarkey.
Showbiz. What are you making of Simon? Because obviously you were there on launch night when he was in.
Yeah, he's very attention-seeking. I've been watching the show recently. I don't understand. Like he says, "Oh, I'm not all about showbiz all the time," but that's all he seems to say.
Oh my God! If I hear it one more time,
like I swear, like I have nightmares about him all the time. He reminds me of that horror film, that one with the glove, and it just freaks me out.
With the glove.
I don't like him, but I generally like think no matter what, even if I dislike him, he has brought something new to the house, and it's quite like not refreshing, but it's like stirs up, and it's quite exciting to watch, I guess, when you're outside looking in.
But with obviously the newbies arriving, like you said, 4 of your mates left on Friday night. Have you managed to see any of them and catch up with them?
Yeah, I seen Sarah last night. We went out for drinks in Soho. It was really nice, and she stayed at mine. But I've spoke to like Kieran and Harriet on the phone. I haven't spoke to the twins yet, but like I say, I'm sure we'll cross paths sooner or later.
I'm sure you will cross paths. Housemates are always housemates at the end of the day. Let's go back to the house. I mean, the new one's going in there. It's really shaking it up in there.
Yeah.
You know, it was unfortunate that you left the night before, but would you have been able to have lived with these 4? I mean, Mark, we keep mentioning him, and for everyone at home, please don't think we're not being biased before you all pipe up, but he is giving a hell of a lot in there at the moment. What would you have been like with Mark? Because he's gone in there and he is a force. Yeah, like I say, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with at the end of the day. But, like, I think over time, at first he went in, like, being all the it boy and stuff, but I think there is a nice likability about him. And like you say, what you see is what you get with him. And I feel like he's going to be that character throughout. With, like, showbiz, like I say, I don't think he's a... You're not a major fan, not a major fan of Simon.
It's like the sad boy day, it's gone out of date.
Yeah, no, we're going to be talking more about him later, but obviously we have seen that newbie and the original divide in the house. Is that going to start to merge soon? Because, you know, as Josie said, you know, in her year, you know, when the newbies come in, they were welcome with open arms, but it was still that us and them thing. Do you think, knowing them, being in there, will the new ones let the new ones in? Yeah, 100%. The people in the house, like the originals, I call them, they are literally such nice people. That everyone's got a different character and everything like that. But I think over time, like Chloe, Nick, even like Eileen will start warming and the team will all come as one again. I think we have seen a big change in Eileen, don't you think? Been quite a big change in Eileen since the new ones have gone in. But talking of her, Eileen and Joel are up. for Eviction this week. What are you making of that result?
Like I said, I really feel sorry for like, Eileen. Like she's been up for, every single week since I was in the house.
Since she's been in.
But it's really hard because for me, like being in the house, I seen Eileen so many different characters and I didn't understand which one she was. But then watching back on it, I think she is just a quirky individual and I really do like her. And like when I did the task the week, the futuristic one, I said to her, evict Eileen, I felt really bad on that looking back now because she was just being herself. She's a quirky individual. With Joel, I wouldn't even nominate him, even though the circumstances of what happened. He is actually like a classmate as a friend. We had banter, we had jokes. Like people called him Jaren all the time. You know what I mean?
Jaren.
Yeah, he's an interesting character, and I think he's got a lot to show.
Well, you said obviously you wouldn't have nominated Joel this week, but if you were in there, who would you have put up this week?
That's a good question. That's
Newbies exempt.
Yeah, I probably would have went with Christian. Okay. Christian with me is like, as much as I got along with him, he's just too full of himself. And if you, for example, there was a situation, I don't know if it's shown on like about the car. He was too embarrassed to admit they had a KA and it was his sister's, but it's actually his. I was like, mate, there's no...
Nothing wrong with a KA.
At least you've got a car.
Other cars are available. Yeah,
exactly.
at least he's got one.
I don't even have a car. At least you've got one.
Who do you think's going to be out on Friday?
Tough calls. From the reaction of what I've seen being in the house, not being from outside, Eileen's got a massive like support. With Joel, I think there's a bit like people are a bit confused about him, but I just don't know. I think personally Joel might go.
So you think Eileen will stay on Friday?
I think Eileen's got more characteristics. She's more entertaining than Joel. Joel's only good when he like acts up in front of the camera when he's like given a task or something like that.
I know you're really, really close with Sarah, but obviously she's gone now. So looking at who's left, who would you want to win this series now?
I'm still rooting for Jack.
You're still Team Jack?
All the
way.
Why
Team Jack?
Because Jack, for me, since I went in that house, he was like really questioning it. He didn't understand me. I went in like a zebra outfit and everything like that, you know what I mean? And he was a bit like, whoa. But every day I got to know him and he's got like a heart of gold and I really support him. I can't wait to take him out for a chippy when I get out.
Yeah, well, I could smell the chips in my dressing room. He's had chips tonight.
I love chippy.
He loves chippy. Listen, Aaron, we would like to invite you to join the panel tonight. Are you happy to stick around?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
For now, give it up for Aaron, guys. Thanks for coming on. Thank you.